Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Thursday, April 3rd, 2025. Aries, you may wonder why it is that you can gain control of so many parts of your life, but nothing seems to go right when it comes to romance. Dismiss the notion that you're unworthy of love. Don't try to portray yourself as someone you're not. Perhaps you're confusing the people around you by projecting an image that's completely different from who you really are. Taurus, try to stay on the lighter side today. This may be easier said than done. You're the bridge that connects an island to the shore. The water is rising and the island is about to be completely submerged. People are scrambling to reach you. Be careful that the situation doesn't become an issue of self-sacrifice. The bridge is apt to sag or even break under so much weight and pressure. Gemini, you may be trying to deal with things in a neat, orderly manner today. Try not to get too frustrated if things don't work out exactly how you'd like it. Tension may occur when matters of the heart come up in discussion. People may get rather emotional, sending your neat, orderly plan right out the window. Cancer, just when you thought you had love and romance all worked out in your head, something or someone stepped in to put your heart in a whirl once again. More than likely, the emotional tensity of the day is a passing phase, so try not to get too worked out about it. Situations may seem life or death today, but remember that they aren't. Leo, be careful of letting your heart get carried away today. Extreme emotions are likely making you very unaware of your environment and what other people are thinking about you. You may want to retreat to the forest and seek counsel with the fairies or trolls. Fantasy is a terrific way to escape the emotional intensity that likely is to be in the air on a day like this. Virgo, be prepared for an emotional backlash that's likely today if you get too possessive about your romantic partner. Issues about freedom versus commitment could arise whether you're involved in a close relationship or not. Perhaps these feelings are simply internal and you're trying to figure out your position on the matter before you proceed. Libra, you may feel blocked on all sides today with no escape hatch. There's a strong set of forces acting in such a way as to make you feel responsible for some mess that has occurred in your life. Remember that when it comes to partnerships, it takes two to make or break the situation. Don't blame everything on yourself. Scorpio, your emotions could be quite strong today and you may find it difficult to act without having intense feelings come into the picture. Be careful about speaking without first thinking how your words will affect other people. It's important for you to be receptive in order to tune into the activity around you. Be open to others' opinions. Sagittarius, other people may find it difficult to deal with today's intensity, but you will be quite adept in fitting whatever situation comes your way. The waters may get quite rough, especially when it comes to love and romance, but know that the boat you're on is seaworthy. There is also room for others, so let more people on board. Capricorn, issues of the heart may be a bit difficult to deal with now. Try not to completely shut off the channels of communication while you work on dealing with these issues. It's vital that you open the channels wider and bring more of your feelings into the surface. Compassionate people will listen to you and help sort out your emotions if you let them. Aquarius, you may get frustrated today when people don't seem to act rationally to you. The issues may be perfectly cut and dried. Keep in mind that not everyone sees the world the way that you do. There is an element of strong emotion that's likely to play into the picture, an element that you probably fail to take into account. Make note of this as you go through your day. Pisces, go deeper beneath the surface today. You may get along just fine with the way you handle things. Keep in mind, however, that you aren't likely to progress down on your path until you turn up the intensity. If you don't, you may find that someone turns it up for you. Suddenly, volatile emotions could catch up by surprise and you will be floundering for support, but please stay ahead of the game. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Thursday, April 3rd, 2025. Do have yourself a great day.
Well, good morning, guys. We are on an adventure today, but 1 second, let's go on over to the news department and see what's going on first. And then, of course, when we come back, we'll take you on a ride. Literally.
Good morning. Excitement is building as the first phase of the Ayala Resorts development at Mount Piedmont nears completion. On Wednesday, members of the media and key tourism officials toured the site, where developers provided updates on the progress of the multi-concept luxury resort.
As you can see, the units that were here for Caribbean Jewel are being refurbished and repurposed, and more are being added. So this phase we're looking at, by the end of summer. And the other phases will happen. They're being worked on already. So if we look down here, we can see the family-oriented resort already coming up. The forms being put up for that. Foundations are being excavated, and structures are going up for all of the other aspects. So definitely within the next 3 to 4 years, we will see most of the aspects of this multi-concept development coming to life.
With an estimated $870 million investment, the project promises to redefine St. Lucia's tourism landscape while addressing environmental and community concerns. The main office of the Ministry of Commerce, Manufacturing, Business Development and Cooperatives, as well as Consumer Affairs, has been temporarily closed to facilitate urgent structural repairs. At Monday's pre-cabinet press briefing, Commerce Minister Emma Hippolyte disclosed that the office located on the 4th floor of the Heraldin Rock building at the Castries waterfront is affected by mold.
I've been informed that our office was affected by mold, and that might be some of the things impacting my voice and everything else. So yes, from today the office is actually physically closed. We have a desk at our Consumer Affairs Department, and that is somewhere in Miku Street or somewhere in there. And we also would be operating from that office. We also have the cooperative department, so we are now putting things in place, but the public should go to the Consumer Affairs Department for any physical hard copy documents and so on. So I know we are supposed to be putting a public announcement out. I believe it's already out. I want to apologize to the public for the inconvenience, but I want to tell them that the ministry, the staff would be continuing to work online. Persons in the south would not be affected because, we've opened our Southern Division office, so they could go down there.
The structural repairs are expected to be completed by Friday, May 30th, 2025. World Autism Awareness Day 2025 emphasized the need for greater inclusion of individuals with autism in education and employment, aligning with the UN Sustainable Development Goals.
I would like St. Lucia to know that our parents who have children on the spectrum are suffering. They need assistance. Our teachers need a lot more training. I'm calling on the government today to assist both our parents and our teachers, because we need the teachers to assist the children within the school setting, and we also need therapists on board who will be able to support those parents, support us, the teachers, to be able to guide and grow these children in a healthy environment.
While St. Lucia had no official government celebrations, early childhood educators engaged the students in learning about autism. With autism diagnoses rising, stakeholders are urging policy changes to foster full inclusion. Finally, St. Lucia's tech and entrepreneurial sector takes a major leap forward with the launch of the first co-working and innovation hub by Optronics Limited.
Optronics as a company, we do many things, but where we started was in education. And the reason that we started in education was primarily because we knew that this growing technology ecosystem, first we needed to sensitize our public. We needed to build and groom the persons who would help us to build the Silicon Forest right here from St. Lucia and in the Caribbean.
Located in Gros-Islet, the hub aims to foster regional innovation and position the Caribbean as a rising tech powerhouse. And that's your news summary. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Right, guys, thank you so very much. We need to take a short break and come right back. Now, no all you think I is a city girl, eh? Certain people call me city girl. I's a country girl at heart, you understand? And we are about to take you on a farm journey. We're going on a farm in the back of Millet. All right, right? We're going in Millet on a farm. And I know what you're thinking. You're saying, a farm like that? Come with us. Okay. Wow. I told you we were on a mission and we're on the second part of the mission right now. You thought I was going to come here in my city clothes. We have time for that. You understand? Right now, yeah, girl down. You get me? I'm here with Ras Iva and I'm here with Ras
Zebaya.
Zebaya?
Zebaya, right.
Zebaya. Let me tell you something. We found ourselves smack down in the middle of St. Lucia. I believe it is, yeah?
Yeah,
We're in the middle of St. Lucia. Guys, you're going to get some views in a minute. But you know what? These couple here, man, is into farming. They're into naturalness. They're into organic. When you talk about that, you're talking about me. They bring me back on a journey there into my childhood because I grew up in this with my dad, you know. So it's personal for me to be here today. We are going to be taking a tour on the farm, but I certainly wanted to talk to Ivor and my brother here, Zebaya here, about, you know, choosing that liberty, man. That liberty. We got to talk about that liberty. Let me talk about the Liberty King, man, because we must talk about that first.
Yeah, man. Well, from a youth, you know, like I always, you know, promise myself to, you know, seek the Most High. And when, you know, I look into all different lifestyle, all different liberty, I realize, well, it's Rastafari. That is the way. And all how I look at it, you know, I see it's Rastafari. So I choose Rastafari, you know, I take on that mission from such a time, you know, from the 80s. I put up my dread and I say, well, you know, I seek in Rastafari, you know, I eating clean, live clean, and let my work be seen.
That is it.
You know, so from such time, that is the mission I've been upon, you know. And we here specialize in organic farming, you know, and
Right.
that is the path.
Absolutely. Ivor, what about yourself? When that journey started from birth, what are we looking at here?
No, that journey started about 5 years ago.
Nice.
When I met him, and he taught me mostly everything I know about Rastafari, you know. And I get to like it, and I realize it's like I have tried and searched for so many times, and I realize that's the place I'm supposed to be. So I give thanks, you know. I change my liberty, the way I eat, the way I see things. So to me, I'm better than who I was yesterday. So I give thanks. Yes, I.
Rastafari. Now let me ask you in terms of, you know, living here on the farm area, you know, let's talk now. We're talking, you know, a lot of people don't understand. Is here Rasta and they think, well, it's just a, you know, a thing, but Rasta really is a lifestyle, you know, and, you know, even the way you live, how you live, what you eat, you know, waking up in the morning to be breathing in nothing but that absolute fresh natural air and what that does for you and your health. Let's talk about that, Kingman.
Yeah, well, I think, well, you know, that is the best lifestyle. You understand? To wake up, you know, to hear the sound of the birds, you know, to breathe in, you know, clean air, because, you know, there's so much pollution in Babylon. So I feel, well, if you are close to the Most High, you're supposed to be close to nature. You understand? So you have to be like on a farm. You understand? You know, up in the hills. You understand? But most people, you know, they choose to be in the city and get themselves polluted. So you see, Rastafari is a way of life. You know, it's more than a religion. You understand? It's a way of life where you seek in the Most High with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul, and you're looking to be close to the Almighty and be close to nature.
It's an alignment to nature. What is a normal day like? Let's go from waking up in the morning. What's a day like waking up for you as a couple in that liberty?
Well, waking up in that liberty, you're not taking the smell of any gas or people making noise. It's just bare nature, the animals waking you up,
Right.
you know, and you're waking up to a nice fresh cup of tea, and then you go into the farm. Herbs, you know.
Right.
And early morning you go farming till 11, 12. You know, you just enjoying yourself without no disturbance. You understand me? So to me, yeah, that's the vibe right there.
Lots of moments for meditation,
Yeah,
innit?
man, a lot of moments for meditation. Every day you meditate in. You could meditate any time of the day because you don't have much noise. The only noise you will hear is yourself. You know,
You can actually listen to
you
yourself.
cannot actually listen to yourself. So yeah, That's how it's there.
Wonderful.
Yes,
And then
sir.
after farming, what happens next?
Well, after farming, you come and you relax, you do something more easy. Well, on the farm, there is no such thing as a dull moment. You- on the farm, you understand, there is always something to be done. You understand, some lighter work. You understand. So I mean, well, after farm works is more kind of relaxation, and you reason and you pray and be close, to nature and to the Almighty.
Right. So, what do you do for fun? Light. Is there any? Okay. What do you do? What do you do for fun? Okay. So we work, we meditate, we that thing. How you balance it off?
Well, that's it. You work. What I do for fun is just being with myself. Honestly, I don't really have like a fun moment. Every day is fun for me. Just being on the farm is being, that's fun, being in touch with nature, and to me, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
And that is it for you. That's fulfilling. Right. Well, you know what? We want to take a tour of the farm, so we're doing that in a minute. So stay with us. We'll be back. We go into the farm in a minute. We're gonna take a look at some of the crops, and we got some bell peppers and some. We're taking a tour on the farm. Let's go with us. So we're touring, and this is like a water catchment area. So this is what you have designed to irrigate your plants. Tell me about making this. How did you construct this? Because we're seeing from on top, the water is flowing from all angles, and it's been cut down here.
Yeah, and so it is being pumped from that catchment. So at some point, I look for a loan. You understand, from the St. Lucia Development Bank.
Good.
I give thanks that they did approve, the loan and different things. So where to bring road, the road access which we used to come up here. Right. Part of it was to do the road, and part of it was to dig that water catchment. So I brought a excavator. Yes, he did come there. It cost me some money. It cost some money. I think $225 per hour. Wow. Yeah. So then, he come and he dig that. You understand? And then.
How deep? So is this? You have a
I think it's supposed to be around 10, 12 feet or more. Good. You understand? So then, afterwards you find after a storm, you find the mouth had kind of break away. Okay. You understand? So I had to come with me and she and Ivor Fire. We come and we did construct that piece of that concrete you see there, and the pump, because it was not stabilized, it was giving us some trouble, so we had to put it on a concrete stand. Right. You understand? So that is how we set it up.
Right. So you always have water. It's always replenished.
That's it.
Wow. We always have water in it.
Yeah, we always have water, but under severe drought, it will drop. You understand? But
So how does you get in the water from sipping from underneath, or it's coming from, rolling down when it does rain, it comes from everywhere and it comes down into the pond?
Yeah, right. So when it rains, from the hills there, as you can see, it will run on the surface.
Right.
You understand? But where I am digging there, you find, after a month of the rainy season, you will still have a little water running. Right. You understand? But under severe drought, like I said, it will probably go down lower. Right. So you will not get water flowing that much.
But how in terms of cost, that must really be a good investment.
Yeah. It's a good investment, I must say, because having a farm and you don't have a water supply, it defeats the cause of you going into agriculture. So I find, it was always necessary to have that water hole and different things. So, but it cost me a few thousands of dollars, maybe I would say over $5,000 maybe to dig the hole.
Right. But in relation to what it is that you do on the farm here, which is quite organic, being able to harvest the rainwater to be able to feedback to the plants, it makes sense,
Of
don't?
course, it makes sense a lot. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to look at plants now because this one here is, and I'm not going to even try. I might, they tell me it's okay to drop in it. They'll save me, but I don't think I want to, I don't want to be saved today. Not in that regard. And somewhere else, I'll roll in the pineapples instead. I'll roll in the pineapples instead.
I respect you as a woman who respect nature.
Yes.
And you've been excited from day one. You've been excited. So I respect, because there are some people that go say, oh, as long as me let you come in, I'm not coming, and this and that. Yeah, you know, but you've been there, you've been excited. So I respect that.
Ross, you have a problem with me. You think after that camera gone off, you're going to be seeing me here a lot, you know? Well, all right, let's get it right. Let's say you have to get it right, okay, guys.
Yes, so we have a concrete structure which we started over there. So in the future, we want to go into exotic tours.
Right.
You know, probably even work with the government where, people could come, for a day or two, and stay and have different tours on the farm and them kind of things. It's all them kind of things. People that love nature.
Nature.
Yeah,
And
man.
a lot of people travel for that. So maybe, and recently we just been nominated, St. Lucia's been nominated in the green category, So which means the eyes are on us now to go natural, innit?
Right.
So, right on time.
So we need to take it to another level.
Absolutely.
So I'm saying that, as those who in power will hear me, hence is the reason why they should probably finance my project.
But say less, man. We getting that. We getting that. All right, guys. We're going on the next stop. The next stop will be going and, sampling some of the products, the produce. We have, bell peppers, there's spinach, there's a lot of things.
Yeah, we're just finishing
short crops, really.
Yeah, short
a lot
crops.
of short crops.
Yes, we're just finishing harvesting some cabbages. We have some cucumbers.
Pineapple is one of your staples.
Yes,
Big one.
Yeah, a big one. At one time, I was the second largest pineapple producer on island. Yes, the government, the ministry, you can see, took me to Central America.
Really?
Yes, and we visited Costa Rica and El Salvador. It was an exposure tour, you understand? Because I think at that time, St. Lucia and other Caribbean islands, they had choose some crops which they wanted to propagate.
Yes.
So pineapple was one, cut flower was one, cocoa was one, coffee was another. You understand?
Getting down now into the crops. Short crops is mainly what happens here, and you do a lot of rotation.
Yeah,
and that diversity as well. We have cucumbers. I had a little tomato a while ago. I saw you have some bell peppers, some spinach, some so cucumbers, lettuce, cabbage. Oh, we had cabbage as well.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the crops and the importance of rotation and how it is that you manage the farm.
Yeah, it is very important, to rotate the crops, because sometimes you see if you harvest the crop, especially like cabbages, you harvest it and then you put back cabbage, the other time around. It is possible that it might get some disease from the previous crops.
Oh.
So it is important that you rotate. You understand? So you take cabbage, you put probably cucumbers, you put bell peppers, you put some other crops. So rotating it is very important, on the farm.
Right.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Nutrients wise. Yeah.
Yeah, nutrients wise. Yeah,
Yes,
man.
it's important for
Yeah, because sometimes, like you said, the pest, the previous crop could have some kind of pest, and if you plant the same crop, it can cause some malfunction, because it will be lack of nutrients and stuff like that. Yes, yeah.
Right. Give thanks for that. Oh, you don't know how the thing's set up. Right. So we caught them in the middle of harvesting.
Right,
so a lot of the crops are already sold, so we promise to come back in about 2 months when things will be flourishing again.
2 months, yeah. Yeah, 2.5, 2 months, yeah. That
Right,
around them time.
Yeah, that will be a good time, because we just finished harvest a piece of cabbages and, cucumbers.
So
and all
when
them
your
things.
new set of plantation, what are some of the things you plan to?
Well, we intend to put some tomatoes, you understand, some more spinach, and different, because we realize, they don't have much, on them. Although when they don't have much on the market and you go and plant, other farmers think in the same way, just like you. You understand?
So how do you operate? Do you wait to see what they're coming with, or it's kind of difficult, yeah?
Yeah, that is true. Because that is why we say sometimes, the ministry need to take the leading role, understand, to regularize the whole thing. Yeah. So that, like the ministry know what that is being planted in the south, what is being planted in the north and different things. So that is very important. Instead of we all just plant the same crop, and when we reach on the market, there's a glut on the market and different things. So then we have to sell it, below price.
No, listen,
you understand?
This is a very, very vital point. No, this man has some wisdom, You all need to engage this man some more. No. But it makes sense.
Yeah,
because
true.
I go to the market from time to time and it's flooded with this one at that time and you can't get a certain thing.
Yes.
And then another time you go, it's flooded with something, you can't get another thing.
Yes.
But then again, it's if you don't have data to say, well, this is what happened, you wouldn't know what they planted there. So you planted where you planted, they planted, and when you check it, everybody planted the same thing.
The same thing. So it is important that the ministry look into the extension office. They need to regularly, them kind of things.
Better communication.
Better communication. So you have the farmers planting various crops in different regions, and they're supposed to know what crops you can put in various regions.
Right.
Even pineapple, you see there. Pineapple will do better in the south. Because pineapple like a lot of sandy loam soil.
Right.
And sometimes over here might be just loomy soil.
Right.
You understand? Right. So, we're looking forward for the ministry to take in charge of these things there. So it will be better for the farmers, better for the country, better for the customers and everybody.
Everybody involved because everybody don't have to come and fight for the flame dollar. You understand? They rocket science, This ain't rocket science, brethren.
Right.
Yeah, it's just the right thinking and doing things.
Yeah, man. Give thanks.
Give thanks for that. Listen, I don't know what the rest of this thing is going to be, but that's it. We out. You all got bye. Yeah. We're going to eat some more cucumbers and spend some time taking in some fresh air.
And we hope somebody get inspired. Give thanks.
You better get inspired.
Rastafari.
Wow. Rastafari.
Give thanks.
Give thanks.